does sound really good. And I'm digging it. So now let's get into the lyrics, because uh this is where a lot of these types of songs usually fall apart. Most pop songs, or like, I wouldn't even say pop punk, most like pop mainstream music lyrically are just garbage. um I actually think the lyrics on this song are pretty good, and we're going to break each one of them down line by line. But overall, just heads up on what I think. It's actually like a cohesive story with a theme and an idea that he wants to portray, which is more than I can say about most songs. Most songs are, these days, it's like Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. I did a breakdown of that a few weeks ago, and it's just garbage. There's just nothing, no reason to listen to that, So yeah, so let's just get started on the lyrics. So the song is called Vampire Diaries, which is probably a reference, or I mean, it is the name of a TV show that was very popular here. When it would have come out around 2005, I think. Yeah, hugely popular, went for like 9 seasons or something. I remember watching a little bit of it. I watched a lot of it a few years back. And yeah, it's very dramatic. It's like a girl drama set in a small town with vampires and werewolves and all that. Super, super dramatic. Lots of like crazy stuff. It kind of ripping off Twilight in a lot of ways. So yeah, that's kind of that's maybe like the influence for the song. I don't know if he directly was inspired by Vampire Diaries, but it's at least a what you call like a subconscious thing to be aware of like the tone of this song. So anyway, but what is this song talking about? So essentially this song is using being a vampire as a metaphor for the restlessness that he feels in life. He's kind of explaining how it's not quite, oh, he's a vampire, he should have all these powers and stuff, but it's not really what you thought it was, and it's not as good as you think. There's a lot of downsides to it, so he uses a lot of metaphors in it. I think some of them are very solid, some of them are corny, but overall I think the song walks a really nice line between being fun and upbeat and like hopeful and pop punky, right? But then also getting that like other side of pop punk, which is kind of like the small town depression and loneliness, restlessness as well. It captures both of those really well lyrically. We'll talk more about like the overall later. I did just want to give a quick summary ahead of time what I thought of it, but let's go through each line one by one. So the first line is, I sleep against the bedroom wall, the sun comes out and I can't do nothing at all. So this is it's pretty good. So like sleep against the bedroom wall is obviously thinking about like a coffin leaned up against the wall. You can actually see me on the camera doing that. But yeah, so immediately we set up the vampire imagery and the depression, right? So think about like sleeping against the bedroom wall could literally, every line in this song is sort of split between like being a vampire metaphor and then being like a real life metaphor for depression or misery or restlessness or something like that, right? So you can take it both ways, which I that's what she said. You can have it your way. So that, that idea of like the sun comes out and I can't do nothing at all, that's a very big symptom of depression, just feeling, the sun's out and you just can't do anything. You're stuck, you're trapped, throughout the day. And then when nighttime comes, then you can maybe be active because life is calmer and there's not as many people, or whatever your reasoning is, right? So we set both of those up, right? We set up this vampire imagery and then we set up the depression imagery very quick with the first 2 lines. So then he says, I swear the life I live so boring. I don't know why they make it look so cool in stories. So this sets up the conflict that we're going to have in this song, right? So we've got a character, he's depressed, he's a vampire, he can't go out at night, he sleeps against the bedroom wall. And then with the second line, even though it seems like a pretty innocuous line, right? Like it's just like, I swear the life I live so boring, I don't know why they make it look so cool in stories. It's like, no, that's actually a pretty important line because it sets up our conflict. He is he's bored, he's restless, his life is not exciting, he's frustrated by it, but everyone thinks it should be cool and it should be great, and it's just not. So yeah. And then when he says, I don't know why they make it look so cool in stories, that could be a reference to Vampire Diaries, funnily enough, or even his personal life as a celebrity. But those are just kind of miscellaneous interpretations. I think it's mainly meant to evoke like just uh the general perception of what it would be like to be a vampire. Like it'd be super cool to, turn into a bat and fly away and things like that, right? So then we get into